So Blake and I have spent a lot of time watching Jamie Lee Curtis
Yes,
this weekend.
and it's mainly because I make Mary watch a horror film once per year.
In case I didn't have enough anxiety to deal with. Yep. Blake likes to torture me.
Once per year, and it's always at this time in Halloween. Like a couple of years ago, I made her watch Paranormal Activity. Last year, I made her watch It. This year,
I mean,
Halloween.
you don't make me, but yes.
Well, no, I don't make you, but I ask you, and you say yes.
Yeah,
Thank
so
God.
I saw the previous Halloween, like the original Halloween, years ago, in my middle school years, probably in college again.
Yep.
And then with Blake, he and I watched it years ago again.
Yep.
And, of course, the new movie is out. And I was like, who needs to go see another Halloween? He was like, no, this one's different.
Mm-hmm.
It
Big
takes
deal.
Halloween 1, the original, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Myers, revolutionized horror movies, and then forgets everything else that's happened in between. And then this new one that's out in the theaters now is pretty much the sequel to the original.
Right, and it's, even though Halloween 2, the original, was written by John Carpenter, who was the original writer and director of the first film, he, who created the Halloween franchise, said, you know what, this is probably a better direct sequel, the new one, the Halloween 2018, than even Halloween 2. So Halloween 2 through H2O are gone. And I think it was the right choice. I think it was the absolute right choice. I really enjoyed the film. What did you think?
Thought it was very good and scary, and it made me be like, oh, that would be me. If I was Jamie Lee Curtis, I would do the same exact thing. Don't you agree?
Yes. And it's great. And we put up...
I won't give anything away.
No. I will say this.
I'm just an over-preparer.
Oh, yes. I'm surprised you weren't one of those, like, if you were old enough to be like the Y2K lady, she would have had one of those bunkers with, like, all the canned food in it.
Oh my gosh, and you need to switch out the canned food. You have to make sure that it hasn't expired.
Right.
Did you notice I threw out all of our expired canned food? You have to make sure. Guys, you have to be prepared for blizzards, for zombies, for Michael Myers, for all sorts of things.
So I would say that the film is excellent. It's well directed, well shot, well lit. Actually, the lighting quite reminded me.
Dan Lefkowitz says nice jersey, Blake.
Oh, thank you. And this is actually a Tim Tebow jersey. This is not a Nat Gutierrez jersey. Anyway, the lighting actually quite reminded me of the original Halloween quite a bit. And it was special because, and we wrote a post about this on Mary and Blake. Check us out at Mary and Blake Facebook, just Mary and Blake. We wrote a post about it saying that the film I felt was special because... yes, the kills were great. It was, if you're into Halloween and you're into that film style, the kills were great, and it was very tense.
Yes.
Would you agree that the tension was
Yes.
was okay? Good. But I really liked it because it dares to ask what happens to people after they have trauma. What happens to people after the boogeyman goes away? How does it affect you? What do you just continue living? Or do you go crazy? Or can you just pretend like it didn't happen? And it explores that in multiple generations of Laurie Strode's family. And not only that, it asks you what happens when, I think, the prey becomes the hunter. What's the point? Ooh. And how does that happen?
Without giving anything away.
Right.
Ooh.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yes. So if you like horror movies, if you liked the original Halloween, I totally suggest that you go out and see it. If you're an anxious mess like myself, you should probably go see...
Poor thing, she's like, when we were watching Halloween, like the first one the other night, it was easy for me because we were at home. I could just look at my phone.
Look at my phone. I was looking at casserole recipes on Pinterest. I was like, this is getting scary. Sweet potato casserole. Okay. The scary part's over. And I was like, and you can't do that in the live movie theater. You can't do that.
I even said to her, honey, because I usually like to sit like really close to the screen.
Yeah, he does.
I was like, honey, do you want to sit in like the back so nobody sees your phone? She's like, no, it's okay. And I give you credit. You did an excellent job.
Thank you.
Excellent
so
job.
we highly recommend it if that's what you're into.
Yes.
And if not, head on over to Pinterest.
Or go to Marion Blake Facebook.
Yes, Dan, this is a direct sequel to the original.
It is a direct
so watch,
sequel.
I highly recommend that you watch the original
Yes.
and then go see the new one.
And
like,
then-
don't be like, oh yeah, I kind of remember it. Like, watch the original again and then go see it.
Watch the original and then watch the documentary about the original,
Yes.
which I'm making Mary watch right now.
Find it on YouTube.
You can find it on YouTube. It's called Halloween: An Inside Story. Tremendous documentary.
Will blow your mind about like one of the most, if not the most famous horror movie
Yeah,
ever.
and then go watch Halloween
Yeah,
2018.
so regular Halloween, the YouTube documentary, it's probably somewhere else really legitimately out there, but the documentary on YouTube, and then go see the new one.
That's right.
Awesome. Have a great night, guys. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
almost.